October 22nd, 2017. You're listening to What's Happening in Cleveland. Yay! With your host, Kevin Baird.
Brian Baird.
And Don Anderson.
So Larry is driving back from Columbus. I don't think he'll be on the show, but he might show up like at the last 15 minutes to tell us about his life.
It's a long... When did he start driving? Because it's kind of a drive. I do it every week.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't even understand. He went on some crazy mission. I'm not sure what it's all about. I think,
usually, by the time you get to like, what's that prison in Ohio, the big one we went to the ghost hunt at?
Mansfield?
Mansfield, yeah. By the time you get to Mansfield, whatever crazy you had heading south should be gone. Because by then it's like, yeah, I've got my shit back together now. I'm no longer crazy. It's too far. It's a long drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to that 12 Hours of Terror at the Capitol Theater yesterday.
Oh, well, that's not a crazy reason. That's a great reason.
And then I think after that he drove to Columbus or something. I have no idea.
He'll just hid behind because I knew they'd never see any of the monsters while he's sitting in front.
It's all madness.
Madness reigns.
Our house.
I did go to his
in the middle of it.
fire thing Friday. Saw his house finally. C showed up as well, which was weird.
That is weird.
Because it was a Friday. Don gets up at 4 in the morning to go to work. So
what does Don do again?
He is maintenance. So right now he works at a company that builds roofs.
All right.
Roofs.
Roof.
I like to say a roof. I'm from Cleveland.
Roof.
A roof. Builds roofing. But not like he doesn't actually go out and work on a roof. They build like not the tile, but it's something like that. It goes through this big machine and it rolls it up.
Roofer, I get it. Okay.
And he's kind of like the maintenance man of this machine.
We're done. We've moved on.
Putting in the pipes and it's like hot asphalt and it's the most miserable fucking thing you can imagine.
Oh, I don't think that's the most miserable thing I can imagine, dude.
No, just working.
Yeah,
just working maintenance on a machine.
Yeah, working with him
that deals with hot
off a roof. Oh.
That deals with hot asphalt all day. That doesn't sound like.
It's not like the look on his face would ever change. You'd never know. He always looks like just like he's just ready to grab you and squeeze your knee or some of the painful part of your body you want to touch.
I saw him at Wasteland, and he was like, "I see you posted this on Facebook." I was like, "No, I never did that." And he goes, "Yeah, you did." And I was like, "Well, I'm not going to argue with you, but I didn't do it."
Yeah, I vaguely remember him now that you mentioned that he was there, because otherwise I don't remember him being there. Because all I remember about Wasteland is I got up, I went from my room because I got done talking to whoever that chick was, and then and I looked at everybody because y'all said something, and I think I said I'll be right back, but I may have just stared at everybody blankly and then like left because I remember laughter, and so I just fairly certain I said nothing intelligible. And then I went to my room to grab more drinks because I was out, and I didn't want to drink whatever the fuck people were just going to hand me because I know they're going to poison me. I know it. I'm not fooled. Right. And I suddenly realized how fucked up I was. I started laughing because I was so dizzy, and I'm like, I got an idea. I'm going to lean back and see what it feels like. And I leaned back, and I know what it felt like for about a split second. And then I didn't remember shit because all I did was, I woke up the next morning, passed out. It was fun. I had a good time. From what I vaguely remember, I didn't see my name in the paper. Like, have you seen this man?
You didn't wake up with Ace Frehley makeup on your face?
That'd have been like probably the best thing that could happen in situations where you pass out.
Okay, well, let's catch up with everybody then. Brian, you're first, I guess. So,
right. So I was talking. Yeah, my tire has a giant bolt sticking out of it, which a lot of people are probably like, how did I get a bolt in my car? And with all the construction going on, not only, at my job where they are tearing out the entire side of one of the building, the concrete and stuff like that, the fact that we get like trucks from everywhere, God knows what kind of condition they're in. There's construction on the off-ramp. The on-ramp when I want to get on the freeway where I live, so now I have to take another way around. There's just shit tons of construction, right?
Yeah.
So I'm actually somewhat surprised. No, I was trying to think of the best way to put that. I'm like surprised that I did I'm not surprised that I have a bolt much. I'm surprised I didn't go in sooner. I'm just surprised by the size of the fucking thing. It's like Frankenstein's monster-sized bolt. So I've got this car, which is not the easiest one in the world to get I've got a pair of Hercules, Terra. I don't fucking remember. I have to go. I wrote it down somewhere. They're big fucking tires. Why are they big tires? I guarantee you, if we had women listening, they'd all be like, "Guys, you guys smell penis," and they'd be right. But I didn't put the tires on the car. Right. It's my mom's car. I got it from her when she died.
Yeah, you can't really put a donut on that car because
it's too jacked up.
It's too high with those tires. You would look ridiculous.
The whole reason it's like that for people who are curious is because my mom lived in Lake Tahoe and they put tire chains on their car. And yeah, I've had to explain it to a few people. Like, no, that's not a penis thing. Calm down, you weirdo.
They're not really thinking about your penis, Brian.
They were breaking my balls.
You were thinking about it, but you're like, oh, they're thinking about my
penis. They're not thinking of the penis, they're thinking of the balls.
Sometimes I jump the gun. I just like, look, I'm just going to beat them to the punchline. And they're like, I was not going to ask that. I'm like, you were thinking about it.
You were thinking about my dick. It's fine.
Yeah.
I understand.
As soon as I mentioned car, penis came right to my... Anyway, so, you know, but the thing is like, it's so solidly in my tire that I put... whatchamacallit?
Fix-a-flat in there or something?
Yeah, you know, that, which is, you know, for anybody who doesn't know, the first time you use it, if you decide to use it a second time, don't shake the can up. Okay, because I did that. And it goes everywhere, and then you discover how fucking sticky that shit is because it gets all over you. It's not pleasant. Okay?
I've never actually reused a can to Fix-a-Flat. I didn't know you could even do that. I mean, that's
well, if you don't use the whole thing, because I don't want... Dude, you think I want one of those tires to blow up next to me? Like I put too much air in it? It'd be like a cannon blast. You know, I'm so fucking deaf from that. You know, I'm like, no way. So anyway, I got that, and it's slow. It's a slow leak. You know, but anytime I'm driving around, I just expect it to hit like a bump because they've been fixing the roads around Cleveland, like I-90, and I don't know who built some of it because there's a couple places like bump, you know, and the next thing I know, my head's going into the fucking ceiling of my car, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, you know. So I called up a couple different places, and the first two, they're kind of like, we don't carry that. I can tell you right now, we have nothing in that size. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, look, I live in Eastlake, and all there is out here is motorcycles, monster trucks, and people sneezing. Bless you. It's just nonsense out here, right? So what do you mean there's nothing? The fuck out of here. So I finally get a hold of one place in Willoughby, and they're like, we don't think we have it. And he goes, wait, what was the size? And I told him what the size was, and he got the actual tire number mixed up with, or the rim or whatever it was, which was like R15. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I know nothing about cars, right? I mean, I gave him the actual size. He's like, oh, he goes, well, we don't have that particular model, but we do have the one that's the same size, made by the same people. It's just, it's a different tread. We can get that for you. We'll have it by Saturday the latest. I'm like, yeah, perfect. As long as it'll fit the rim, and I won't look like a goddamn clown car, like a fly with my wing tore off. So I'm trying to drive and just keep going in circles, you know, and of course I'm fucking stubborn as dude. Like, you know, trying to get it to go straight. Anyway, I'm like, yeah. So he's like, all right, but he goes, I might be able to get in today. So I'm like, tell you what, just call me when you get it in, and I'll come, you know, and you guys can put it on, or I'll just pick it up and then take it to somebody else who'll put it on, because I have no way of doing that. I'd be out here with a bicycle pump, you know, just fucking looking retarded. And thank God, man. Thank God it wasn't the front ones, because I've got those old-fashioned four-wheel drive things. You got to get out of the car and, you know, turn the little front wheel, you know, the little
locking thing.
Yeah. Thank you for giving that.
More precise, imprecise answer.
Yeah, because I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to describe this with any real fucking, you know. But yeah, you turn the little wheel thing on the front or with the cap or whatever else, and it goes from lock to free. I'm like, so free means I should be like driving like a mad bastard? No.
Do you always just leave it locked? Is that what you do?
No. Oh my God, dude, that'd be hellish on fuel.
Oh,
because I've got the three different, like, you know, you're tolling the wrong gear if you can't really go over 30 miles an hour. You know, because it just won't. You know, but you'll drive right up a tree, but I mean, you know, that's about all you're gonna get out of that shit. So, yeah, and I'm like, and I actually volunteered. Here's my work week. I put it on Facebook for people who weren't listening. I'll make it as quick as possible.
Sounds exciting.
Monday we swap out with the other warehouse in Illinois. It's Harvard, Illinois, I guess. So we call it the Harvard swap. So normally what we do is I go, and the other driver would normally meet up in Angola, Indiana, the truck stop there. We swap out trailers, and then he goes back to, you know, Harvard, and I go back to Cleveland. Hopefully we don't get screwed up and go the wrong way or forget to swap out. I've heard people have forgotten to do that because, you know, you're meeting a driver from, you know, another distribution center that works for the same company and stuff. So it's kind of fun to bullshit and see what kind of crazy shit's been going on, you know. So I was on my way to Indiana. I was just near the Indiana border. And I happened to think about the mileage they wrote down. It's like almost 490 miles round trip. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's to Angola. It's just I-69. That's not that far from Cleveland. I'd be barely making 400. In fact, I'm thinking that can't be right. So I called my boss. I'm like, am I going to Angola? He goes, no, you're going to South Bend. I'm like, oh, that's... He goes, yeah. He's laughing. He's like, yeah, you're not the first person to call. He goes, don't worry. He goes, it's more miles for you. There you go. So I'm like, yeah. And I'm thinking, Jesus, am I going to get back to take out my route the next day? Which I did. You know, I sat there, talked to the guy, which is funny because he's been working for Ryder/True Value like I have, about as long, and he has the same seniority. He's the second most senior driver. So it was like making my doppelganger. You know, the first thing I thought was, good Lord, am I that old? Of course, the answer is yes. And the next day, I went to make deliveries. Beautiful, crisp, early Michigan morning day. They added 3 stores. I'm like, fine. It'll pay me 12 extra miles, which is probably about $6 for about maybe 6 hours extra work, which sucks, but oh well. Everything's going great. I got to my 3rd or 4th store, I can't remember. And the guy didn't do anything really out of the ordinary. He wasn't like a weirdo or anything. He was doing the job right. We're just kind of bullshitting, but we're still doing the job. And try as he might, the rear door on a trailer, for those of you who are unfamiliar with tractor trailers, has a strap hanging from the rear handle in most of them, because not all of us are 8 feet tall. We can't just reach up and grab it because the door goes up.
Yeah.
It's completely out of reach.
Right.
So the guy's forklift, the top of his forklift accidentally caught the strap, and he pulled the bottom part of the door out of the brackets.
Oh.
He wasn't going, if he'd been going super fast, he would have pulled the entire door out, and this would be a very different story. Instead, our hero sat there with a hammer and a chisel. I had to borrow one from them because my truck, for some weird reason, was in the shop. That included Monday. I got there, my truck wasn't there, but they told me about that. Like, you need to take somebody else's truck out because it's in for your basic maintenance. So I'm like, well, I'm thinking, in my head, I'm like, yeah, I told them, yeah, sure. In my head, I'm going, I was off Friday. Why the fuck did I just do it then? You know, but all right, fuck it. They probably, I'm supposed to be off on Monday, too, so that's probably
why. This sounds just like some kind of like fucking Keystone Cops fucking thing. Some guy that forklift rips the door off. You're there with a chisel and a hammer.
Yeah, popping it. I had to close it. No, it was the next day, and I could barely move my arms and shit.
Drive off in your truck.
Yeah, with the guys on the back. So yeah, so I finally got it shut, and then I had to take off the next 2 stores. I had to go out the side door, but that wasn't a big deal because that was possible. You know, some places you go, they have a dock. It's like, well, what are we gonna do? I'm like, well, you're gonna have to come out here with the forklift. Well, we can't do that, you know. So that was that day, and then what was it? Wednesday, I mentioned I had I had my pallet jack. They have these new pallet jacks. They're very low to the ground, which is great in case they fuck up when they load the pallets up, which is not a good sign. For those of us who've been working there a long time, it's like, yeah, it's good if you need to get under a pallet that might be tricky, but it also tells you that they don't give a fuck how they load it, and if it's too low, then here's these new pallet jacks. Shut up, drivers. You know, we don't care.
Why would you get under a pallet? That sounds dangerous.
Well, your pallet jack, you don't personally get underneath the
pallet. The pallet jack gets underneath.
You got to be able to lift the pallet to be able to move it, right? Which they're kind of good that way, but they're kind of so low that they catch on everything. So any speck of dust in the trailer, the thing will just stop dead. And I mean, I got to the point. I was like, I think it was at my 3rd store. I started laughing uncontrollably. No, the fourth one, and they're like a new account. I'm delivering to a drugstore, and I'm like, trying to explain. It was like the 3rd time I've been there, and this is the 3rd person that I've had to unload the truck, and every time I go, there's somebody new. And this poor bastard probably thinks I'm completely crazy and started laughing. I couldn't stop. This fucking thing keeps getting caught in every goddamn thing, man. It's ridiculous. And then Thursday was my typical backwoods Ohio delivery, which actually went really well. Like, aside from the fact that it's kind of a long drive, and I catch rush hour going both directions, like, when I head back up to Cleveland, I got to go through Cleveland to get back to Westlake to drop off the tractor and trailer, pick up my car. And then the way home, since I live in Eastlake, I got to drive. It was like a 40-minute drive, so I got all that much, you know, that's fun. Plus, I had a bolt sticking on the tire. So the whole time, I'm just like, yep, any second, that fucker's going to just blow right the fuck up, and I'm going to go. It's just good. And it's a big fucking tire, you know, so I'll just, you know, it's going to be loud as shit. It's going to scare the fuck out of me, you know, so I'm just, you know, it's like when you see somebody and they're blowing something up and you know it's going to explode, and you're trying not to flinch and be a baby about it, but you know you're going to, you know. So typically when you're listening, you're not flying down the road going 60 miles an hour. Just waiting for that shit just to tear me the fuck to pieces. But other than that, I got home. I've enjoyed just sort of catching up on sleep because I didn't sleep for shit this past week. So like today, all I did, I got up, made sure my kid was okay, that she got done what she had to get done. And then I just said, look, I'm going to go take a nap and lay down. And I woke up, it was like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, yeah, that's my day. Woohoo, you know. So now I'll be up probably till like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I had to call my boss. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to be in Monday because I'm going to do the same thing again because it pays pretty good. Theoretically, I haven't seen when the taxes come out yet, but working 4 days pays way better than not just working 3. And I'm like, yeah, I can't do it because I've got a bolt sticking out of my tire. And apparently only unicorns can fucking replace it because it won't be there till Monday. And unless I call them and like, yeah, we didn't get that tire, and so that's why we didn't call. Then I got to find, I don't know. I don't want to buy 4 tires and then bring the thing closer to the ground. It'll look ludicrous.
Yeah. 3 tires, Brian.
Right. And the only last thing I got is
a ski on the other one.
I got that Shudder channel, and I've been watching this French horror sci-fi thing called Missions, which is very slow, but yet I find it very interesting. I don't know why. It's just the first mission to Mars, and the typical sort of hijinks go on, but then they get there and things are really weird. So, like, there's somebody there. I'm like, okay, I'm in. I've got to watch this now.
It's Russian?
They speak some Russian. You have to have subtitles on. There's very little Russian. I'm sorry, there's very little English. It's mostly French. So,
no, because if it was Russian, most of it would just happen in like a sewer or a forest.
Their spaceships would be dark, and they have the white and blue striped T-shirt, because they all
right. Yeah,
I think they still wear those too. That's like that's been part of their uniform.
Yeah,
forever.
Their uniform. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just jealous because Russians can actually pull that off, and we can't as Americans because rather we'd look like, it had to be fashionable for some good-looking people because most of us are really fat. It would just make us look like Linus, Just would not be good at all. Yeah.
I keep seeing these videos from the blizzard of 1978, and it doesn't even look even remotely that bad. I don't know why.
That's 07.
I remember it. It was bad.
It was like an inch of snow on the ground of all these videos.
It was probably because they were able to go outside and take those pictures.
I think it's because back in the 70s, everybody's car was just horrible in the snow in general. So if you had an inch of snow on the ground, it was life or death.
The one you're looking at right now is 2007.
Yeah, I know, but the earlier ones were like 1978, and it's just
that one in 78 was badass.
It's just like I realized it had been Fitzgerald sank and everything, but I'm just the videos are not.
We've had some bad ones since then, but that was pretty god awful, man.
I don't know, I was 6. What do I care?
I
was probably like they were like, you don't have to go to school today, and I was like, ah.
Yeah, but it was ice cold in that house.
Hooray for boobies! All right, Anderson, how was your week?
Oh. Here we go.
I'm sure you went over to Adam's house and hung out on his porch.
It was all right. Yeah, I did, actually, for a little bit. That was on Friday, but it was like the coldest night of the week. So we were just sitting there shivering, and I was like, dude, I got to go.
What were you wearing, shorts and a T-shirt?
No, I had pants on, but that's about it. I was dressed like the Hulk.
No shirt at all, just blinding
white guy.
You're right,
I just had ripped up jeans. I had these purple pants that I was wearing.
Oh my god, purple pants, no shirt.
They were ripped up.
Baseball hat.
I just kept going.
I'm also afraid to ask what Adam was wearing.
Nothing.
Yeah, he's naked. He's sitting there in a pile of red fur.
Naked. But it was just another weekend. I went to go do the show Tuesday, and it turns out that when you pay to do the show on Blog Talk Radio, if you don't pay, they won't allow you to do it.
Yeah,
weird like that. Yeah,
well, like most things in life.
And so I was like, and I didn't know that my credit card didn't go through because it's maxed out
because it was from 2 years ago.
Right, and
expired.
So I didn't get to do the show. So now I got to try and figure out how to do that again, and that's fun. So then Thursday night I was at work, really busy. And I got a call from the ex saying, hey, what are you doing? And I said, I'm working. She says, okay, listen, her oldest daughter, my stepdaughter, Isabel, had appendicitis, and it had her appendix burst or ruptured or whatever, and it spread to her kidneys and stuff. So they had to emergency ambulance her out to Rainbow Babies Hospital out on the east side.
Is that Belle we're talking about?
Yes, Isabel. And then Isabel. Either way, Belle.
Whatever.
Belle's fine. Yeah, it's all the same. And so that leaves Sophie. I had to go pick up Sophie after work. But it's like I can't just leave work because I'm broke and I need money. And I can't just be like, I'm leaving. And they'd be like, what's the matter? I got to go pick up my daughter. Why? She's home with her stepdad.
I don't trust
you know what I mean? There's nothing, right? I don't trust him either. Yeah, right. So so I went and I picked her up. Took her to Taco Bell for food because she was hungry and tired. Got her home. She went to bed. Blah, blah, blah. 7 o'clock in the morning, my mom comes in the bedroom and says, hey, I need you to take your dad to the hospital.
What the hell's going on?
Coumadin levels.
Jesus.
Exactly.
That's nuts.
I'm having it's the 2-week anniversary of my nephew dying. So it's like I've had a great 2 weeks.
Yeah, dude. Sorry about that, by the way. It was fucking blown away.
No, thank you. No. Yeah, thank you. No worries. He was a rager. And that's how he went out. So so it's been so here I am at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what is going on now? And my mom's like, she goes, yeah, I'll get dressed, and then the three of us, we could take your dad up to the hospital. I said, Sophie's sleeping in the bedroom. Oh, because they didn't know. They were already in bed when I got home. So they're just like, oh. So my mom's like, well, I guess I'll stay home. Turns out my dad's Coumadin levels. For those who don't know, Coumadin is a blood thinner. And my dad takes it to thin out his blood because he has atrial fib. And it got too thin. His levels were so high that he's just standing there looking at you and he just start bleeding. And it was just like, okay, we got to do something about this.
Yeah.
So he ended up going to the hospital. Isabel was in the hospital. Sophie was sleeping on the bed. I was like, what the heck's going on around here? So we finally got that. So it's been so needless to say, Friday night, I was like, I'm going to go hang out on Adam's porch. And for a little while. And then I got there and it was too cold. I was just like, this sucks. I can't get anything done. So I took Sophie to Little Italy yesterday. For people who don't live in Ohio, Little Italy is a small section of town on the east side of University Hospitals. That's Italian. That's why they call it Little Italy, because it's very little.
Very Italian.
And it's Italian. I guess your ex was there. Lori was there.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't see her. Yeah,
was she doing her?
She's like, I'm right around the corner.
And she does all that. She's a Lyft driver or one of those guys.
Uber.
Uber, yeah.
Who knows? I don't know what she was. She was at Mongolian
yellow cab
or something like that.
She drives a yellow cab.
Nah, she does it for their car. I'm like, have they seen you drive? And she's like, shut up.
Shut up. They still pay me. So we were at University Hospital visiting Belle, and I said, well, let's go to Little Italy because it's like right there, right outside the window. I'm driving around there on a Saturday afternoon, people all over the place, getting some culture, getting some, whatever you call it. And then I said, well, hey, let's go down Mayfield Road and I'll show you some more culture and we'll go to Coventry. So we went to Coventry and we went to like Big Fun and Dave's Cosmic Subs and like a couple record stores. And we're just walking around, you know how those places are when it's nice out. There's always people around. There's people sitting out on the sidewalks and everybody's having fun and stuff. So it was a good time. So we're driving home and I said, okay, we got to East 55th. And I said, okay. And I turned on to East 55th and I said, since we're doing culture today, we're going to show you some East 55th culture. And we drove up and down. We started driving. At one point, we're driving down East 55th and she says, do you really have to stop for all the red lights? And I was like, well, I mean, it's the law,
Yeah.
because there was like one time there was a couple guys standing on the street corner and I said, hey, I think these guys want to say something to you. So I rolled her window down and she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And she puts her window up. I was like, I'm just saying, I think, these guys want to talk to you. I think they've never seen a little white girl like you before. But it was a good time, whatever. And that was it. I came home.
Took a shit.
I did earlier today, just like the Browns. And I don't think there's nothing exciting, nothing to like. Woohoo! Look what I did, guys! You're so jealous of me. Although I got to see a picture of Jason Corbett dressed up like a woman.
That's always good.
on Facebook. He changed his profile picture to that.
Sure that he's dressed up like one, not
No, it's that video he made where he's like, "You got me drunk, you raped me," and he's like, "It's him, and just him and him."
Yeah, I know.
Like, raped you? I didn't do anything. I never touched you.
Yeah, he's fucking crazy.
You're a man.
Crack me up.
So that's a great video. But that was it.
So I went to Larry's.
I mean,
I went to Larry's fire, and
they burned Larry.
So like Larry.
It's like the Wicker Man. There's a big wicker effigy of fucking Larry, and
the Burning Man.
They put him in it.
So like Larry's friends were there, and Cease showed up. Don the hate Cease, and it was just a fire. And I saw Larry's place. It's nice. It's small. It's nice. It wasn't expecting it to be big, but it's like he has a basement that's finished. That's really nice, except that the ceiling almost touches my head. Which is a little bit claustrophobic for me.
Yeah.
That's normal. That's normal for you, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For basements, it is. Yeah, you're right.
You're used to that kind of thing. Yeah, for basements.
But, Larry, I mean, people that don't know Larry, as much as he makes everything sound so damn tragic in his life, the guy is a total OCD neat freak. So his place is super clean and nice. And like spotless.
And he has a life of the party when he gets a chance. He's a great guy to party with.
Yeah, and he absolutely
he's fucking super funny.
Wants to eat sandwiches that are symmetrical. And he organizes his pizza coupons. But
who doesn't?
So anyway, he was if you guys remember from Wasteland, he was there with Mindy. And Mindy was also at the campfire for like a minute. And then she left or something to go get her husband / boyfriend or whatever he is, and bring him back. And so Larry has been watching her dog, a little dog. Millie is the dog's name. And apparently, like, when Cease showed up, Larry was showing Don the house, and somehow they lost the dog. Now, if you guys remember the girl from Wasteland, she is a firecracker. And if she got back and her dog wasn't there, it was going to be like fireworks, man. It was going to be like explosive. So Larry literally had like this like look of like red sweat face. Like, oh my God, I have got to find this fucking dog. And Cease was outside looking for the dog. Larry looked all over inside. I looked in the basement. I looked outside too. Then I went back in the house. I found the dog for whatever reason during their
your robot whistle.
No, somehow during their all hands on deck search, no one bothered to just open the door to the den, which he has a little den, and the dog was just there, like waiting for somebody to open the fucking door. Yeah, and so crisis averted. Yeah, and then I just like left at about 11 o'clock because Larry lives about an hour away from me, and it's really far, like way farther than I would have thought. So I was like, I better just go because I got a dog myself, and after midnight he's going to be pooping on my floor. So
right, and then eating it.
I just left,
as opposed to you pooping on your own floor.
I mean, it was pretty funny, but they're
territorial.
They talk a lot about National City Bank and stuff, or PNC Bank, or wherever they all work. And it's kind of like, I'm just like, I don't have too much to say. I don't have too much to say to people in general, because whatever I would have to say would be all technical and weird and shit. And they'd be like, who brought the robot? And so I don't have a lot to say. But I really don't have a lot to say when other people are talking about their job that I know nothing about. So, but it was, it was fine. Talked to Cease for a little while. So today is the last warm day of the year.
Oh yeah, we're done till May.
It's like it was 80 today,
allegedly,
I think, and it's going to turn freezing cold starting tomorrow, and so that's going to be it.
Never mind.
So maybe we'll even get some snow. No, not right.
That'll be next to following week.
Halloween's coming up. I bought some Christmas stuff today, so I went to Home Depot to buy some glue. I did wire in a light switch. I'll tell you this much, okay? I don't do this kind of stuff. Anderson will tell you that you don't want me to touch anything that's like mechanical. But so I, a light switch, right? So you think, okay, there's probably two wires in there. There's There's a hot and a cold, right? And the switch turns on. Click, click, right? No, that's absolutely not how it works in your house. It's nothing like that at all. There's like all these extra wires that I didn't even know about. Like there's a white one called a neutral. I haven't talked to Cease. I said, isn't the black wire the ground wire and the red wire the hot wire? He's like, no, the black wire's hot. Oh, okay. So, but there is a red wire. And
then he probably laughed at you.
And then there's like a green wire, a white wire, and a black wire. Sometimes the green wire is actually just a copper wire because that's the ground. And then like the white wire is what they call the neutral, and the red wire is called the load, and the black one's called the hot. So I take off my wall plate, I unscrew my light switches and shit because, well, the reason I'm doing this, first of all, let me explain, is I've got those smart lights, right? Because my house, I talked about this a while back, my house lights on the front of my house don't turn on and off at dusk and dawn. So you have to kind of remember to do that all the time. And it's just, if you're not home and stuff, you drive home and your house is just darkness, and people are going to be like, I'm going to go break into the dark house,
Right.
So I bought smart light bulbs that,
Hello, Kevin.
can turn on and off when the sun is going up and down. The problem is that one light always just doesn't go on or off. Like it's always like a random light. It's just one just doesn't get the message. And so like in the middle of the day, one light will be on. In the middle of the night, one light will be off. And so I said, this is fucking dumb. So I bought a smart switch instead. I figured the switch will just come on and all the lights will come on. Switch will go off and all the lights will go off. It's simple. So that's why I bought this thing. So I undid everything, and instead of having a red, I had two blacks, a white, and a copper. And I was like, this is fucking madness. So I'm texting Cease all the time, but Cease is probably just sitting there going like, I'm not coming over. I'm not helping him. I'm not answering over there. I'm not answering his message. Fuck him. I'm not going over there. So I eventually figured it out, and one of the blacks was the red, but I had to figure out which black was the red, and I actually had them reversed for a minute. Luckily, nothing exploded. And then I actually got it wired in, and I put it all back together again. So that was my big accomplishment. Hopefully the house doesn't burn down. It's always possible. So far, so good.
Flip that switch.
Yeah, just wait for his... I was thinking, it was going to do that shit. I did this during the Browns game, which was... I did more than the Browns did. That's what I think happened. The Browns got paid millions of dollars to do less than what I did today, because I actually accomplished something. All right. I had to take my shot at the Browns. Everybody else has. Let's do our drinking game. If I can find my mouse cursor, because where's my mouse? What the fuck did my mouse go? My computer's going to probably reboot here at any second because I don't even have a mouse right now.
It's gonna because your voice
is it?
Old.
Yeah, all right.
It did. It's not right now, but it did for a second.
It will because I don't even have a mouse.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Woo! Okay,
if I hang up on you, I'll let you know.
If Kevin disappears, then we don't have to do the show.
Okay, came back.
Well, we have to be dedicated to what we stand for.
But people can't hear us when he's gone. Me and Larry found that out last week.
Right.
So go ahead.
Okay. So if you've never played the drinking game before, basically, if there's been we're going to read the Metro News out of Cleveland. If there's been a shooting, you have to drink. If it happens on the east side of Cleveland, you have to drink. And if Jennifer Cha-Cha is the one who announces the bad news, you have to drink. I'm drinking Diet Pepsi, and it's making me very gassy. Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi. Shit. Goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
This one's in Vermilion, Ohio, which I have no idea where that is. It's just some made-up city that doesn't really exist.
No, it exists. I've been there.
Oh, have you? Okay. Could have been Hudson, and they just pretended it was Vermilion because you've never been there either. They just put a different sign up. Here he comes! Here he comes! Put up the Vermilion sign. Hey, welcome to Vermilion.
Okay.
Authorities say an 87-year-old Ohio man has been killed after driving into the path of an SUV while cutting grass on a riding lawnmower.
Jesus.
Wait, what?
The State Highway Patrol says Witten Yates was pronounced dead at the scene Friday after being struck in front of his Vermilion Township home in northern Ohio's Erie County. The patrol says Yates drove into the path of an SUV driven by a 62-year-old woman while making a turn on Risdon Road. Yates was tossed from the mower after being struck. The woman is a neighbor of Yates and was treated for minor injuries at the scene. The accident remains under investigation. I've seen this shit, though, man. People mow their lawns when they don't have, like, a sidewalk or a curb, you know?
Ditch.
Right, or a ditch. So they just drive right out into the street and then turn around and go back
Yeah,
in.
they get ran over. I've come close to fucking almost killing half a zillion people.
And it's like, dude, you better stop because I'm coming and my car weighs more than your fucking mower, you know? Jackballs. But that guy was 87. I mean, he might have done it on purpose. He's like, I can't take my wife anymore. This is it. Gets the mower going.
Right.
Here comes Betty in her SUV. This is gonna, just takes right out there. You don't know. He's 87 years old. I mean, shit. Probably survived like fucking Korean War or something. All kinds of shit. It's like I can't handle it anymore. This shit's going down. Cleveland, Ohio. A man was robbed of his pinky ring.
My God.
And then shot. Drink. Late Saturday.
Probably running his mouth.
On the city's east side. Also drink. The man was shot once in the leg about 11 p.m. near the intersection of East 131st Street and Miles Avenue in Cleveland's Union Miles neighborhood. Department spokeswoman Sergeant Jennifer Cha-Cha said, "Yay, hat trick. Everybody drink." His friend drove him to university hospitals for treatment. Luckily, he didn't go to Metro. The victim told police that prior to the shooting, he was confronted by an unknown armed robber, Cha-Cha said. The robber took the victim's pinky ring before firing around at the victim. It's like, give me the pinky ring. Give me the pinky. Here, man, take it. What? Just runs off.
Run your mouth.
I gave him the ring. Shit. That's what you get for having a pinky ring on Union Miles neighborhood. That's not a good idea. Don't be showing off your bling over there. Bling is still a word. Can I use bling anymore? Am I too old?
I think it's still it's almost
still say bling.
Yeah, it's like archaic.
It's not swag.
But acceptable.
Cleveland, Ohio. A teenage boy was shot, drink twice Saturday night in the city's Glenville neighborhood, police said. Believe that's east side. Also drink. Shooting happened about 10 p.m. on the 10,600 block of Olivet Avenue, a few blocks north of Superior Avenue in the city's Glenville neighborhood. Cleveland's police spokeswoman, Sergeant Jennifer Cha-Cha said, "Yay! Hat trick!" The 16-year-old was hit in the chest. He was taken to the Cleveland Clinic by a private vehicle before he was transferred to university hospitals for treatment, Cha-Cha said. His current condition is not known. So somebody was like, I'm not letting you take him to Metro. I'm going to drive him in my car to Cleveland Clinic where I know he's going to survive. And then they get to Cleveland Clinic and they're like, yeah, we can't take him here. You're going to have to take him to university hospitals for treatment. Shit. No suspects in the shooting have been publicly identified, and no further information on the incident was released Sunday morning. The post will be updated if more details are provided. Hey, that's pretty good, though. We had 2 shootings and 2 people survived. Getting better.
There you go.
Getting better. This one happens in Girard, Ohio, which doesn't really exist.
Girard. Yes, it does. I deliver there.
Girard. Girard.
Yeah, it's there, dude. Trust me.
Okay,
Fuck
Brian.
Rogers.
You've delivered everywhere in Ohio, I guess.
No.
Okay. 31-year-old police officer was shot and killed Saturday night while responding to a domestic situation in Trumbull County. That's a drink. Officer Justin Leo died while in surgery at St. Elizabeth Youngstown Hospital, said James Melfi, the mayor of Girard, according to the Vindicator. Girard is a suburb just northwest of Youngstown. Leo was shot about 10:15 p.m. while at a home with a man who had several firearms, according to 911 calls released to the Vindicator. Well, I think we could probably assume that he had at least one. Melfi told Fox 8 Cleveland that Leo's partner shot and killed the suspect. Leo was not wearing a bulletproof vest. Bad idea. The Ohio Attorney General's Office, Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, is assisting Girard police with their investigation. The probe into the circumstances surrounding the shooting continues.
That's nuts.
East Cleveland. Drake. A body was found in a car early Saturday morning, according to a police report. Police were called shortly after midnight to Wadena Street near Euclid Avenue on a report of a car on fire, the report says. Officers found a body in the car. The report does not say if it was a man or a woman. Police were not available for comment. Some body burning in a car. Call the police. It's fun. This all happened on Saturday, too. Cleveland, Ohio. An 18-year-old man was shot and killed early Saturday morning on East 118th Street, just south of St. Clair Avenue, police say. The shooting happened about 5 a.m. Cleveland police spokeswoman Sergeant Jennifer Sakash said, "Yay! Hat trick. We've gotten 3 hat tricks here. It's pretty good." Police originally said the shooting happened on East 117th Street. The man has been identified as Bernard Blevins Jr., Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner spokesman Chris Harris said. A 5th District officer found the man with a gunshot wound to the back on the walkway next to an abandoned home, Sakacia said. Cleveland EMS pronounced him dead at the scene. The victim's mother had asked police for help finding him. What the fuck's going on in Cleveland, man? It's crazy. So, to ramp things up for a busy Saturday, Cleveland, Ohio. A 23-year-old woman was shot, in the head early Saturday near East 116th Street, and Craven Avenue, and a 25-year-old woman was shot in the shoulder in the same incident, police said. That's an optional extra drink. The shooting happened about 1 a.m. Cleveland police spokeswoman Sergeant Jennifer Cha-Cha said, "Woohoo! 4 hat tricks." Boy, I hope people are drunk, because you'd be drinking a lot this episode. The women were in a car, stopped at a stop sign when they heard gunshots. The 25-year-old suffered a graze to the shoulder, but the 23-year-old's injuries were more severe. One of the women told police she didn't believe the pair was the target. She said she saw a dark-colored SUV drive off and believes the assailant was shooting at the SUV. That SUV later ran into a lawnmower. No, I'm just kidding. Police say it is unknown if the shooter was shooting from another vehicle. The women were taken to university hospitals. Their conditions were not immediately available. Whew, busy Saturday, man. How do you say, what is this, Canuet? Or how do you say that city's name?
Conduit.
Conduit?
Conneaut?
Conneaut, thank you.
Conneaut?
Fucking me up, too.
Conneaut, okay. Conneaut. The U.S. Marshals...
C-O-N-N.
Oh, no, never mind this one. I just actually opened this one because it had an unidentified picture, and I wanted to see if it was Anderson. But it's not. So
no.
I was a little disappointed. Looked a little bit like Donnie. Just some guy in a hat. You know. Everybody that wears a hat.
Oh.
Like maybe that's Don had committed murder. But yeah.
It wouldn't surprise anybody. Come on.
You see those photos like from banks and stuff, and the guys got their heads down, and they got a hat, got glasses, and like a goatee. Every picture that comes out, people are like, "It's a shoe." It's me. I'm robbing banks successfully in 2017 because I'm
You might be.
good.
Maybe you're just really good at pretending you're not.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We're onto your shit, dude. You can't hide the truth.
I would,
Shall set
Go
you
in my
free.
backyard.
I would love to see a sort of a fictional universe where Adam is robbing a bank. Because it was
successfully.
It would be really weird because he would probably he wouldn't have a gun. He would have maybe a lawnmower blade or something, and
right,
sling blade.
He would have like a really bad disguise. It would be mostly black and stuff, but on the back it would say drummer's rule or something. I mean, just something really Adamish.
Right.
Trespassing on Mayfield Road. A man who had recently been given a trespass warning for Get Go, which is a local gas station chain here, returned to the store October 12th and stole a cup of coffee. When officers located him walking in the area and drinking the coffee, he said he placed the money for the coffee on the counter and left the store. Surveillance video confirmed the Cleveland Heights man, 52, made no attempt to pay for the coffee. He was cited for theft and criminal trespassing.
Fuck your coffee.
Boy, cops are just there's all these murders and shit going on, and somebody's like, hey,
they're getting called up for the dumbest shit.
This fucking guy he stole a fucking cup of coffee. Well, this is the South Euclid blotter here, so
there's not much going on.
This one says a Rhode Island woman, 21, was suspected of stealing $37.67 worth of hygiene products from Sally Beauty Supply October 6th. A man assisted her by acting as a lookout and informing her where employees were in the store. They were both cited for theft. And we have an East Cleveland man, 57, left Giant Eagle October 5th with 10 packages of steaks. He tried stealing by concealing them in his jacket.
That's awesome.
The steaks were recovered outside the store, and the man was located in his vehicle in the area.
Trying to suck on them.
Yeah, eating this raw steaks or something. No. Criminal trespass, driving under suspension, and other traffic violations. That is such a weird thing to steal, because I don't know how you really flip that. I mean, I have heard of people going to people's houses and being like, hey, you want to buy a steak? But that just seems such a dubious thing to steal.
Most people that do that will do that to you while you're where you're working. Because I had a guy that I knew when I worked at Chester's who would steal the steaks out. He was pretty clever about it. He just gave me some because he knew I was broke. Here, nice.
Bizarre. Just a steal something you can fence to somebody or whatever. Around 9 p.m. October 7th, a resident noticed his bike, valued at $450, was missing from his garage. He had been working in the garage earlier in the day and left the garage door open when he went into the home. There were no witnesses to the theft. It's always a good idea to leave your garage door open when you got gold bars just sitting out so people can steal shit from you. I can't believe somebody stole my $450 bike in South Euclid because they had the garage door open all night.
Surprise.
Yeah. I mean, I get paranoid about I live in a nice neighborhood, although the house around the corner from me just burned down and there's a big sign on it that says arson. So it doesn't sound like a very good neighborhood now that I've told you that story.
Shame.
But actually I do, and I still get paranoid about leaving my garage door open for even longer than
shame on you.
5 minutes. Because I think because those people drive around, those rubbish people that look for the smallest piece of metal that you put in your trash. And I'm just thinking they're gonna just try and go for my my snow blower or something at some point. Be like, let's grab that thing and go. Of course, the thing's so big and dumb. Probably take them forever to try to load it up into a truck. It's so heavy.
That's when you get all the videos where they try to drive it up, but they fuck up and they fly backwards out of it or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, arson, that's a weird thing too, because it's if it's kids, that's fine, but if it's not kids, then it means somebody robbed the place and burned it up, or they were heroin addicts in there or something weird. I don't know. It's strange. A mountain bike was reported stolen from a resident's driveway October 9th, Brian's birthday. She said a repairman had come to the house to work on the bike, and she then washed it and left it in front of the garage to dry. There were no suspects identified. Again, not that surprising. You live in South Euclid. You left a clean new bike sitting in front of the driveway by itself. All right, I'm going to give up on the news. Listen to you guys type. It's better.
I'm not typing.
Soothing sound of Anderson typing. doing his.
Can you hear that?
Doing his.
I'm on the message boards here.
I had friends and then I didn't.
I did. I started doing. By the way, I started doing that with Sophie yesterday. She was like talking to me. She started saying something. I go,
I'm a
So she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
Yeah, you're one step away from doing the Bill Bailey. What? It's like Brian said. It's the ultimate thing because there's really no comeback for it.
Yeah, you just have to do it back.
Yeah, that's all you can really do. It's just a noise. It's really annoying. Bailey sometimes texts me on my phone to complain about the movies that he can't watch on my thing because occasionally I have some Blu-ray or something and it just doesn't stream very well, and then he's all upset. He cracks funny jokes. He found his old notebook from Mr. Pierce's English class where we used to have to keep a journal in our senior year in this class, and apparently he saved his. I don't have mine. But I do remember that I used to write in there about, like, having sex with my girlfriends and stuff, and he would have to, like, the teacher would have to, like, read that and put a grade on there. And I could only imagine he was, like, flinching at that time, because it was probably, like, reading child pornography, basically, you know? And he was probably, like, he was never happy about it. He used to write little things on there and stuff. Not relevant or something, you know?
Show me her tits.
Yeah. C-. It's like, relevant to me, buddy. That's what's going on in my life. I don't know what you're doing. Not like it would be all graphical or anything, you know. She was like, "What did you do What'd you do today? Or what'd you do last night?" I mean, I was like in class every day. I mean, what did I do yesterday? I mean, it's the same shit every day. You know? Like, I worked at Manchu Walk rolling egg rolls. You know, and this one day I banged somebody in the back of Manchu Walk. That's what I did. I was in high school. Shit happened. Thank God the manager never walked in when any of that shit was going on. Just wouldn't have been good. Probably would have wanted to join in. Would have got weird.
Yeah. Oh.
You guys don't know.
I was supposed to say something.
You have no idea.
Am I supposed to say something there?
You don't know.
Shit was out of control.
You don't know? You guys got me home. You get me drunk. Tried to rape me.
Fucking each other. It's gross.
So what's that it?
Well, I mean, we got like a few minutes left, you know, but you guys are busy. So I'm just kind of sitting
I'm sitting here.
Kind of just talking.
I was trying to figure out what this goddamn video was I'm looking at where it's like a car going forward. I'm like, what is this? It's like one of those old, like...
Cleveland's Lakeview Terrace projects.
Oh. I was thinking it was like one of those old video games you'd have that were like live action. You know, the good ones.
Anderson's giving me the finger on two screens. It's really weird.
Like that one on the 3DO? Remember that fighting game on the 3DO? Oh, God, it was the worst. Oh, look, there's twice me.
Fun to watch.
Yeah. Supreme Warrior, or whatever that thing was called. She got her asses.
Nobody won that ever.
No, Vinoy did.
He got a little further, but nobody got all the way to the end.
He did pretty well because nobody could figure out how to fucking do it. It was just funny for me. I never tried it, I don't think, but I just would watch you guys do it, and I just laughed my balls off. And it was like, Jesus Christ, man. Because the looks on your face was just like, all right, do I get a chance to hit back? Is it turn-based? Because I think a lot of it was back then. And just like, no. There's no turn-based shit. You're just going to get smashed.
Yeah.
Which I found rather humorous.
Yeah, I started playing Prey because I just finally started.
Yeah, I started the demo. What do you think of that game?
It's all right so far. I had to stop playing Elder Scrolls. I haven't canceled my subscription yet or anything, but I just don't feel like doing any of those missions. Like because they're sort of starting me over.
I do that once in a while,
and it's kind of like I don't really have it in me to do. But I mean, it's kind of like I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll wait for another expansion or something and then check that out or something. But
Yeah.
Kind of just like don't really, because I don't really want to do the PvP, so it's kind of running out of steam for me. Steam is running out of steam.
No,
so
I don't do PvP at all. I got no temper for that shit.
Move on to Prey. Plus, a lot of the games that are coming out for Christmas are coming out now, so gotta check those out. I guess maybe I don't know. I got the new South Park game, but I haven't played it yet. The Fractured Butthole.
Oh God.
It's funny. Yeah, Fractured Butthole. Get it?
Funny name.
Since you just said it, I finally just got it now. Because I've been sitting there reading it all week, and I'm like, the Fractured Butthole. The Fractured Butthole. The Fractured But, and then you just said it, and I was just like, oh.
The Fractured Butthole.
Fractured Butthole. Jeez, of course, why didn't I think? It's The Simpsons. Yeah. I mean, not The Simpsons.
Yeah.
It's South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why couldn't I figure that one out? Oh, it's because I'm Anderson.
Well, you know.
I'll get to it eventually.
Hear me.
My big accomplishment this week was doing like there's software. This is gonna bore the hell out of you. So you can zone out right now and do something else. So there's like software that's like what they call open source, which means anybody can contribute to it and make it better. And so there's this website called GitHub, and you can contribute by getting a copy of the program and then making some changes to it and then sending it back up to the GitHub and get it approved, and it gets merged in and part of the next release of this piece of software. But there's a whole fucking process to actually doing that, and I never knew how to do it. I kind of work in a bubble where I work. Like, not a lot of people know how to do these things, and I don't... Because if you go to, like, school, like college or something, like, everybody knows how to do stuff, so you can, like, latch on to somebody. Or if you work in a big company, there's going to be one person that knows something about something, and they're going to be able... But I don't. I work, like, with 7 people, and it's, like, not a big environment to, like, pick stuff up. But anyway, I finally figured out how to do it now, so now I'm contributing to, like, other people's projects. I'm kind of happy about that. That's my nerd stuff for the week. Look at this headbang going on in Anderson's camera. What's going on?
She's crazy.
You got to put the Testament song on. Put the T-shirts on the head.
Yeah, right.
And
there we go.
Trial by fire. Just all teeth and hair.
I'm being messed with.
Just kind of rock out.
Yeah, that's what we do.
You guys got anything coming up for the holidays or anything? Going to any concerts? Going to do the Christmas thing at the IX Center with the kids?
No,
just me going to work and then coming home and then not doing shit, playing video games.
Going over your girlfriend's house your girlfriend's mom's house for Thanksgiving this year, Bray?
I have no idea. We didn't do it last year.
Oh, really? Did you have your own Thanksgiving? A bowl of cereal?
Pretty much, yeah.
I thought about having Thanksgiving over here and inviting all of your family over.
That'd be interesting. My family.
Yeah. All of Brian's.
Bring them to me.
But, it's not the food that's so much. I just don't know if I can entertain people that much. Like, it's kind of weird. Although Mom wouldn't be there making Jody pissed. She'd probably be good for Jody.
No, she didn't. Jody never got mad at Mom. She just works with a lot of people and can't. Like, she's on the phone all day.
I don't think she got mad at Mom. You just know Mom was always full of bullshit because she always gets to get mad at one person. If it's not Jody, it's Lori. If it's not Lori, it was Jessica.
Yeah, I know. I would tell Mom not to do that shit. Like, I do what I want. I'm like,
Samantha. Actually, I don't think Samantha was ever in the hate group. Everybody else
She got mad at me once. I wasn't even there.
Yeah, it's probably true. I don't like that Don.
She's like, I don't even know. I don't like him. He's not even here, Ma. Doesn't matter. I've heard stories.
It's true.
Crazy woman.
Uh-huh.
So now that she's not around, maybe one day I'll do it. I don't think I'm going to do it this year, though, because I just don't feel up to it. But maybe in the future. Because, I mean, eventually, first of all, I never see Brian's kids, ever. So
neither do I.
It would be good to see them once in a while.
I never see them.
We'll see. It would be good for Brian, too. And eventually, I mean, I think doesn't Samantha live with her boyfriend now? I mean, at some point, they're going to have kids of their own, and so, you got this whole dynasty going on, and I either insert myself at some point so I can see these people, or I just will never see anybody, because I'm not having fucking kids. So, fuck that.
Grandchildren.
So I just see Brian's kids once a year and be like, that's enough.
Yeah, I think they feel the same way about me, too. They're just like, well, it's Dad, and, well, we don't really care.
Well,
He's
they got to
happy
be
see
like
us,
how
but
you were
let's be honest.
with our dad. You just when you see him, you be like, "Do you have $5 I can borrow?"
Yeah. Never let her show up again.
No. It's like, oh shit.
Go away.
Hey, Dad, do you have $5? Do you have $5?
Get out of here.
You just go,
Let me hold $1, Dad.
can you get it back to me? Sure. Never get back to him.
You're like, Anderson's outside. Can you come in? No. All right.
Well, my dad was weird about bringing people over because Brian would like bring over his female friends, and my dad and I'd be sitting there in our underpants, and Brian just had no couth about any of that shit.
None.
And so fucking,
He's like, look at them. They're in their underwear.
my dad would get real pissed, you
Look at
know.
them.
So I didn't want to fucking feel the. I didn't want to
Flames
fucking
are bad.
fan those flames ever by bringing somebody home. I mean, remember when Ira was buzzing the door? And my dad lost his shit on Ira. I did notice that Bruler and Ira are on the Bruler and Ira are back on Facebook again. So I friended both of them. Bruler accepted my friendship. Ira, I don't think he has. But you know,
Friends.
he probably is mad at me for some. Who knows? And I have no idea. You know.
For being friends with me because I ran into his car.
Yeah, it's fucking.
He's like, you're still friends with Anderson.
Because I told him not to post up dumb pictures in the fucking bastards gang group that he created, and he deleted it.
Right,
and
because
he
it
got
had
mad.
nothing to do with the bastard.
Yeah, and then he got mad and just
It's like, fine, I won't do it.
not gonna talk to Kevin Barrett anymore. His dick. It's like, whatever, dude.
Well, you are.
You know, I just say it how it is. Somebody's got to tell people how it is. What do you want? A bunch of people in your life to tell you not fucking lie to your face?
They do
That's
anyway.
why I call you.
I'll tell you what's really going on.
It goes the real deal, Kevin.
But I do it in the most unemotional way possible because I really don't care. Like, listen, dude, everybody hates you, and
like
Nobody likes you.
Tell you
No
the
one.
truth.
Oh my God.
yeah. Don, you turned Cylon for a second.
That was awesome. Who's this guy now?
Yeah, but I will. I will tell you that because I don't have a filter when it comes to stuff like that. I don't try to be a dick, but there has been times where I realize that I shouldn't have said something
That I heard from my son.
because it was inappropriate at that time. Like to Don Cease's girlfriend, because like we were in the movie theater this one time, and she was all curled up on his lap, and all I could see was her big fucking ass, you know, because she was like leaning onto him, and so we were in the car.
Cover
and
your ass. I could smell it from here.
Yeah, we were in the car, and I was like, Rachel, you have a huge fucking ass, okay? And I was just making that reference because it was in my face through the whole movie. But you don't say that to a woman. You just don't say what I
No,
said.
they get really mad.
Yeah. But it was hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So
You have a huge ass. That's great.
I just don't have a filter sometimes, but it's okay. That's how I am. All right, we'll be back next week. I'm going to go watch The Walking Dead now and see. I hear Rick is going to hand over leadership duties to Maggie
He's just done.
because he just can't handle it. He's just a crybaby. So we're going to see if that's actually true. And we'll be back next week with Larry, probably, if he survived his trip back from Jonestown or wherever he was at.
Jones.
With Larry without Brian, probably.
Yeah, Brian probably
Yeah,
will be.
I try to work as much as I can, like every other week, do 4 or 5 days.
Oh,
instead
just
of,
stop it. Just stop. Just stop telling. Just you don't want to do the show. It's okay. It's all right. We understand.
right.
You're old.
You're allowed to.
You're right.
You're
I
almost
should- I should
50. You're tired.
You're almost a grandpa.
Just quit.
You know, you're like those things from Beastmaster and the cocoons and shit. You just
Oh, the ferrets.
you wake up every so
All
often,
the things under the ground.
grab
reach up at
somebody, turn them into bones.
Start touching my face. Start screaming.
Yeah, yeah. You're like that guy from Aliens. Kill me. Hanging upside down.
Nobody
Dallas.
knows why.
Yeah, Dallas. It's totally fine, man. Don't worry about it. So if you can't make it, you can't make it. You know, we're here if you can. It's all good. All right, that's it, folks. We'll be back next week with more. Thanks for listening. VideoGameNews.com. I know it makes no sense, but there you go. Good night.
See ya.